Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. From a beginner standpoint, it can be extremely complicated and overwhelming to get into the world of precious metals since there's such a diverse selection of coins. But this video is going to be going over the best beginner silver that you definitely need to own, that you should be incorporating into your stack for several reasons that I'll be going over in this video. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. But anyways, let's jump into the video. So the first coin I always recommend are American Eagles, a standard government-backed low premium coin, recognizable worldwide. It's the perfect coin since it's not generic. It is, backed by the US Mint, so people will be able to recognize it and give you that sense of security, especially if you ever come into trading or bartering. It's a great coin. It's not really it's definitely a very bullion type coin, and I will be going over what I mean by that in a little bit, but it's definitely the perfect coin. You can buy them in tubes, put them in a monster box, tuck them away. They are the perfect coin to be purchasing. This is probably the most recognizable coin in the world, so wherever you are, people will understand that you have something of monetary value and of real value, which can be extremely beneficial. So I definitely recommend American Eagles. You can stack them. They're only probably a couple, maybe $1 at most over spot. You don't have to worry about the condition of the coins. You can touch them with your bare hands. It's a perfect coin to own. Now, pandas are the second coin I want to talk about because this is a much higher premium type coin, but it still is a bullion coin and they still have a lot of potential and opportunity. As a beginner, even I would recommend buying pandas, but only the newer years. You don't want to be buying the 2013, 2014 pandas because you'll be paying $70, $80 for a coin. You would have been better off buying that coin in 2013 for a couple dollars over spot and then waiting 6, 7 years till present day and getting your $60 profits. That's what you can be doing with these coins from now into the future. If you buy your pandas for maybe, $2, $3 over spot, you can wait 5, 6 years. They'll triple, quadruple in value. Then you can sell them on eBay or whatever the case is. But these coins are definitely something that I recommend just because how much appreciating value they are. Now, why is the value appreciating so much with these coins compared to American Eagles? Well, Pandas, the design changes every year, so it drives the collector value to the coins. Also, they have lower premiums and they are extremely beautiful. These coins are minted around 8 million per year, so it does drive some rarity compared to American Eagles that are produced or minted by the hundred of millions per year. So you can see how much smaller the market is. Now, generic silver is definitely still silver that I recommend. You can lower your dollar per cost average, meaning however much you pay per ounce with your whole stack, the average cost per ounce of your stack. In generic silver, even though it's not as recognizable, or it might not be as trusted. A lot of times generic silver like Sunshine Mint is making security features, and it will give you that extra layer of security or sense of satisfaction, especially to your potential buyer when it comes in terms of selling. Now you can buy generic silver for extremely cheap. There's tons of deals. There's the JM Bullion beginner starter kit where you can get 10 ounces of silver at spot price. That will definitely, it's only one per household, but that would definitely be something you want to take advantage of as a beginner. Provident Metals also has some stuff you can take advantage of. So generic silver is definitely something you want to be stacking a lot of. Building a foundation, just accumulating as much silver for as cheap as possible will definitely help you start your stacking journey. You still do want to be buying coins like pandas though as well, because if spot price stays in the $17, $18 range, you still want coins appreciating on top of spot price as well. So, having your pandas and your generic silver, both of those will be definitely helpful and give your stack the most potential. Now, a perfect type of silver that I love is constitutional silver, aka junk silver. Now, this is the perfect type of silver, even for beginners, as long as you're purchasing them correctly. There's tricky things when it comes to constitutional silver. A lot of times on eBay, people will misinterpret or sway you to, take advantage of the lack of knowledge people have when it comes in terms to this type of silver. Silver is sold by troy ounces, but a lot of times on eBay, people will be selling constitutional silver for actual ounces, shorting you because a troy ounce is 31 grams, an actual ounce is not. So you want to definitely make sure that you're taking the precautionary measures to not getting scammed out of this. A perfect way to know how much actual silver you're purchasing is multiply face value times 0.715, and that will tell you how much actual ounces you have. So if you're buying $5 worth of junk, you would multiply 5 times 0.715. It would tell you how much actual silver you're purchasing. Then you can compare that to spot price and see if you're getting a good deal. Constitutional silver is also a great way to store fractional silver, reaping the same benefits as fractionals without having to pay the same premium. So I always recommend constitutional silver. Also, they don't make it anymore, so they're going to be more of a numismatic value over the years, almost like Morgans have nowadays. Nowadays, Morgans are almost growing numismatic value because of the rarity. They stopped making these coins in 1921. So, in 20, 30 years from now, there's going to be very scarce. It's going to be a much harder to find coin, but you can still buy them for cheap. But I would recommend staying away from Morgans because that market is a little trickier on eBay compared to constitutional silver. Now, if you are going to be buying your constitutional silver, I definitely recommend going to your local coin shop. You won't have to pay for the fees, the shipping fees, PayPal fees, eBay fees, any of that. You can just go in there, get the coins right there in your hand, and you won't have to worry about anything else. So I definitely do recommend that. Now, let's talk about coin shops a little bit since I just brought this up, because this, as a beginner stacker, should be your go-to safe haven. This should be your main source of knowledge. You have a person who's running a business that's been in the business of precious metals for several years, and you can talk to them, engage in conversation, ask them questions, ask them what type of silver they like to buy, which type of silver they like to sell, what their perspective is on the silver market, where they think it's headed. And this is also good because you will be building a relationship. Sometimes you can get better deals. Also, that's probably going to be your potential buyer in the future. So building that relationship will definitely help you out. I definitely recommend going to your local coin shops, picking their brains, and learning as much as you can. I've actually made videos on my channel going into local coin shops and sparking up conversations with them. If you want to go find those, they're from a couple years ago. I've made, I think, 2 or 3 videos inside my local coin shops just talking to them. And, it definitely is precious knowledge, no pun intended, but you want to take advantage of that, especially if you're a beginner, because this is how you're going to be, you're basically, when you're buying silver, you're creating your own little business, because one day you're going to have to sell all this silver as well. You're doing the same thing as the guy at the local coin shop. He just has an actual legal business, a professional business. You just don't yet, or don't, and you're going to be selling in different matters, but you still have to liquefy your stacks someday in the same way that he is. He just might have a little more silver and gold than you do to a larger scale, but you still are going to have to sell all your coins and basically run a business of your own one day. And that's the perfect person to teach you how to do that knowledge. So take advantage of that stuff. Now, also, when you're buying your coins, you can buy online, but I recommend buying from actual dealers like APMEX, Provident Metals, JM Bullion, Modern Coin Mart, places like that. If you're going to be buying on eBay, there's a lot of fake silver and gold. Actually, JP Morgan just got caught with a lot of gold bars being faked. So you want to be careful with this because there's a lot of money going into this market, and people will find any way to make a quick dollar. And precious metals they're not easily faked, but people will do it, and they find any way to do this. And sometimes it's extremely hard to differentiate which coins or which bars are fake and which aren't. So make sure you have testing kits, whether it's a scale, magnet strip, or whatever, the magnet testing kit. Just make sure that you're buying from actual dealers, because when you're buying on eBay, especially if there's a no return policy or something, you can get scammed out of a lot of money. So take all those measures as well. I have a link in all in all my videos in the description of Modern Coin Mart. It shows if you click on that, it'll take you to the eBay page. They have the coolest deals on there. They have a daily deals tab. They have world coins. They have so many different types of options. But I also like Modern Coin Mart's eBay page because you can buy in lots of 5 and 10. So instead of paying the premium of each coin, if you wanted to buy 5 pandas, you can buy in bulk 5 at once. So you're only paying the premium of 1 coin for all 5. So it's definitely a cool thing that they do on there, and it's a great way to buy a lot of your higher premium coins for cheaper than you normally would on AppMex or somewhere like that. So I do hope this video helped you. I know it can be a little overwhelming, but I hope that after watching this video, you have a better understanding and a better game plan on the direction with the best types of silver you can get into and where you want to take your stacking journey, because definitely, it can be, you can make a lot of money, but you also can lose a lot of money. You're going to make some mistakes. Try to learn from your mistakes. Just expand your opportunities, and remember that, precious metals, regardless, are money, and that's where the real value lies, the intrinsic value. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. I also posted another video earlier today. Go check that out. I know you guys are going to dig it. I'm talking about diversity, how diversification is key. Also some different ways to expand your silver stack, so I know you guys will enjoy that. It'll be in the top left corner right here. You can click the box where it says diversity is key, and go check that video out too. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.